Hi everyone, it's Steffi Shipley here with the Live with Five, and today we're going to be talking about makeup brushes. I am really excited about this because we use makeup brushes all the time, right? Or just run down somewhere and grab a brush from your local store. But do you really understand why you're using the brushes that you're using for certain applications? So that's what we're going to concentrate today on. And so if you guys have any questions at all, pop it in the chat. I can't look at the chat while I'm doing this because, I'm a little ADD, so I can't concentrate on both. But that's okay. Just go ahead and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. So, all right, let's get started. I'll put my glasses on here so I can see what I'm doing. All right, so the first brush we're going to talk about is the cheek brush. All right, you see that? Okay. Now, if you can see how it's tapered, see how it's tapered right here? All right. This is a 360-degree brush shape. So with each turn, a different portion of the brush can be precisely used. So this is great for your cheek color, for contouring. So you can see how it's tapered up like this. Okay. So it's a multitasker, right? So isn't this awesome? So you just want to help to use this, and you can use it's great for picking up a lot of product, and you just want to tap off the product so you don't put too much on. And then you can do your cheek color on this side, which is, see how that's tapered? And then if you want it more precise, then use the more pointed tip to get that contouring, okay? So again, this is the cheek brush. All right, let's get to the next one. Let's see, what do we have here? All right, so we're going to talk about the all over eyeshadow brush. Let me get that. All right. So this is the all over eyeshadow brush. And this is awesome for diffusing colors so you don't get harsh lines or creases. So it's a medium size. It's also a little bit tapered, but you can see how it's more broad. So you can sweep it across your eyelid. Sorry. All right, there we go. Yay. All right, so you can see how it's a little wider. So this is great for the highlighting areas and the eyelid. This is wonderful. I actually have two of these that I use when I put on my makeup. With my eyeshadows, I normally, for like an everyday use, do like 3 shadows. And so I will use one for the brow up to the brow bone and the eyelid. And then also I use a second one for, and I also use a tissue. Like when, like if you want to reuse it, just take a tissue and wipe off the excess so that way you can change colors. Okay. And so I use this for the mid of my eye. All right. So the next one is the eye crease brush. All right. See how this is tapered? All right, so this fits perfectly in your crease. So it can get precisely in that crease area. So like right here. And so this is the other brush that I use every day. So because I have hooded eyes and you see that. So a lot of times it's how you put on your makeup and the shape of eyes that you have. But because I have hooded eyes, I have to take my darker area, put it a little bit in the crease and then above. Because you see when my eyes are open, you can't really see the eyelid too much, right? So what I do is I take this tapered part and I put it in the crease, and then I actually tap on the eyeshadow. Sometimes if you're wanting to get a little bit more color or more depth with your eyeshadow, if you stipple it in, which means you're going to tap, 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 that actually does better than the actual like a paintbrush. Okay. All right, but it's flexible. It's got that nice angled tip. And again, this is the crease brush. All right, I don't get my brushes mixed up here. All right, so we've done that one and that one. All right, so the next one is the smudger. Let me see here. Okay. So this is ideal shape for smudging eyeshadow and eyeliner along your lash lines. So sometimes, like, again, because my eyes are a little bit smaller, with me, what I do is a lot of times I will use eyeshadow on the bottom and not use eyeliner. I usually just use eyeliner on the top. But this is great because it smudges it along and it entraps that the eyeshadow and even the eyeliner. Like if you don't want like a harsh line and you just want that little bit of this is great for smudging it. I'm having a hard time with my words today. Maybe I need more coffee. Okay. All right. So the next one is our liquid foundation brush. All right. And I love this brush. Now, some people use makeup sponges to apply their, you see that? To apply their foundation. I really like, and I find that my customers really like this brush because it's easy to work with and it helps to blend and smooth it. So when you're wanting just to buff your foundation on, you're just going to do in circular motion like this all over your face. Okay, so you put your foundation in the middle of your brush and do circular motion, and that helps get it everywhere. And make sure that you're going down here, right underneath the jawline, because that kind of helps blend it so you don't have, you know, that crease. But if you have a good foundation color match, you shouldn't have the crease anyway. But but anyway, because our neck is always lighter, right? So this is a really good, it's no mess application. Now, I personally don't put foundation in the middle of my brush. I actually put dots all over my face and then go in the circular motion. But say I have a little bit of acne that I'm wanting to hide and cover up more so, or just some redness. What I will do is I actually will again, you want to stipple that on and it's just tap, 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 tap. And that helps you to build up your coverage. Okay. All right. Let's talk about a powder brush. Now, I love this one because look how big and fluffy it is. Love that, right? So this is really good. It's dense. It has a rounded top. It provides the perfect pickup and even controlled application of your powder. I always use a powder over my foundation just to help set it. And I love this because it gives me just the right amount. So when I dip it in, I usually dip it again on the top, the lid. So that way I'm getting some of that excess off. But you can also like tap it against your powder to get the excess off and then putting it on. So this is really good. You just need a small amount because again, this will pick up, these synthetic fibers pick up a lot of product. All right. So the next one is your cream color. Now, let me see where it is. All right, here it is. So this is a little bit more dense. It's rounded. It's the bristles are a little bit more packed tightly. And so it's to mimic like your fingertip, honestly. So this is really good if you do liquid eyeshadow. Um, Although most of the time my liquid eyeshadow, honestly, I am use my fingertip. But the one I use this all the time is when I do my under eye corrector. Now, we all know, like with the contouring and highlighting, that if you have a lighter color underneath here, right, it makes your eyes pop and it makes you look less tired. So allows that light to shine off of your eyes. And so anyway, this is, and a little bit goes a long way. But this is why I use this. But you can also use this for your lip glosses or whatever you need to use it for. Okay. All right. And just make sure that you are cleaning this each time. Again, you can just take a wet washcloth and go a couple strokes like that to get some of the excess off, especially if you're changing in between like a lipstick and then the under eye corrector. All right, so the next one's going to be our eyebrow eyeliner. All right, so this is a dual brush. So you see how it's got the spool on the end? And then here it's got a really tightly packed bristles for eyeliner. And so this is a little stiffer. And so anyway, but this is definitely a must-have for your eyebrows. And if you use eyebrow cream or gel or even just eyeshadow, and say you want to outline your brows before you fill them in, this is a great product to use. And I really like to use this product as well for when I'm actually applying that eyeshadow underneath my eyes, because it makes a really nice thin line. So, but some people like to use it for their liquid eyeliner instead of the applicator. So, but anyway, this is a really good brush. And you know what's really cool about our brushes? All right, so when I'm sitting there, like some of these, you know, they look a little bit alike, especially when you have them all together, like these two. I mean, look, that looks similar, right? So, but if you look down here at the base, it tells you what the brush is. Now, of course, some of them are self-explanatory, but I love that. You'd be surprised how many times I have to look at it, especially when I have my glasses on and I'm trying to put on my makeup. All right. Anybody else have trouble doing that because you're trying to put your makeup on? All right. So this is another one we have. This is the eye blending brush. Now, I like to use this after I put on my eyeshadow, and I just go around and just kind of lightly brush it. So that way it doesn't look like you want your eyeshadows to blend in together. You don't want them to look like, okay, there's 1, 2, 3. So use this to blend in those harsh lines if you have any. So it does really well. Okay, so this one is the blending brush. This is really good. This is like almost like a sponge feel, but it's really soft. Some customers like to use this as to apply their foundation. I mean, it's really just personal preference, but sometimes this is really good. Like sometimes if I get really dark in the summer and my neck hasn't quite, you know, changed color for the summer, and but anyway, but sometimes I like to use this, but because I'm so afraid of having that line around my jawline, so I'll use this to go around. But this is really good, especially if you're if you like more of a foundation coverage. And so that way it's not too heavy on some spots. You can use this to blend it out. So it's really nice for that. Y'all, if I'm not making sense with anything I'm saying, please just pop it in the comments. All right, so those that know me know that I'm a goofball, so just got to follow along with me. All right, so this is the mask applicator brush. This is great for our charcoal mask because when you're applying the charcoal mask, you know, it gets a little messy, right? So this helps to keep that from happening. And you know, all you're going to do is put a little bit on right here, and then you just paint it on like you're painting a picture. And it goes on with your nice even strokes. It helps to keep from having too much in one area and too thin in other areas. So this is really nice. And keeps your hands clean. All right, guys, well, that's it for the brushes. I am so excited that those that have joined me, and you can replay this for those that weren't able to see. So I look forward to next month, and I will be doing a live probably, I don't know, sometime later this week, and to go over the new fall products. Woo! So I'm very excited about that. So can't wait to show you guys all that. So anyway, if you have any questions, pop it in the comments and I'll get right back to you. All right, love you guys. Bye. Thank you.